Hey my beauties, it's your girl Cardi, it's the little beauty, coming at you with another video. To any new beauties stopping by, thank you so much for stopping by, whatever brought you here. To any returning beauty, thank you so much for the continued support. It means so much to me. To my new beauties, I would love it if you joined us here at the Beautihood, and to do so is 3 simple steps. Click the subscribe button, hit the bell, click all, so you always know when your girl is posting. And to all beauties watching, I ask that you watch this video and all my videos in its entirety, and then only then, if you like what you saw, give your girl a thumbs up, because over here in the Beautihood, we like to earn our likes, not ask for them. Now in those comments though, I do ask that you go up in there, shout me with love, constructive criticism, ask me questions, suggestions, all of that good stuff, because that is where you, Beauty, and I, we connect and become one. You know what I'm saying? Now for this video, this is a little departure from typically what I wanted to do, but this is just a new update in my life, right? And the biggest update, let me get comfortable because I'm so excited. I am fostering this beautiful cat and her babies. So if you want to see how this all came about, stay tuned. Okay, my beauty, so how do we get here? First, let me go back to go forward. Y'all know me over here. I likes to chitty chat, long conversation. If this ain't for you, then this ain't for you. But if you want to sit here and get stories for life, stay and watch. Because your girl's, I'm a good storyteller. But let's go back. Picture it. Sicily. No, I don't know what year it was. But I don't remember. I can date back my love for animals to the goat. Everyone's favorite uncle that is from another mother culture is Mr. Steve Irwin.
What good is a fast car, a flash house, and a gold-plated dunny to me? Absolutely no good at all. I've been put on this planet to protect wildlife and wilderness areas, which in essence is going to help humanity. I want to have the purest oceans. I want to be able to drink water straight out of that creek. I want to stop the ozone layer. I want to save the world. And you know, money's great. I can't get enough money. And you know what I'm going to do with it? I'm going to buy wilderness areas with it. Every single cent I get goes straight into conservation. And guess what, Charles? I don't give a rip whose money it is, mate. I'll use it and I'll spend it on buying land.
I remember being a young girl watching his adventures and becoming fixated. He just made animals seem less scary and less taboo. And he kind of humanized them. And he sparked something in me that blossomed into this love/obsession with these beautiful creatures we call animals, as well as the Animal Planet. Literally, because of him, became my favorite channel. When I tell y'all I was an Animal Planet head, I'm talking about watching Steve Irwin, talking about The Most Extreme, talking about pretty much any documentary, The Big Squeeze I can date back to. Like, I just watched it. Shark Week, of course. Any freaking thing. I just love all animals. I'm obsessed with them. And obviously, got to give much credit to the late and great, but never forgotten Steve Irwin. And so, from that love, you know, my family, when I was a young girl, we had a cat. I was too young to understand how that worked. So my poor Buffy, may she rest in peace, was a hot ass mess. And then I don't know when cats became my favorite animal of them all, but I have a favorite animal in all, pretty much any different classification of animal. But as a whole, I'm a feline lover. So hence my boys. And if you don't know, I am the mom to my 2 fur babies who are going to be turning 6 this year. What? And so I will insert my babies, right? Over here is my oldest. His name is Joe Kenneth Allen, aka Baba. And over here is my baby, Grim Chase Allen, aka Grimmy Poo Poo. They came into my life when I needed them most, and we have just been on this loving journey, and it's been the best decision I've ever done in my life. And yeah, and so but I've always just taken a fascination to animals. Like, everything about animals fascinates me, and I just can't get enough. And my family's always just like, oh my God, you missed your call, you should have been a vet. Or I am like, quote unquote, my family's vet. Like, if anybody closer to me know, if they have issues with a pet, they usually call me. And I because I know a lot about a little bit in this area. And so, yeah. And so, long story short, as I mentioned in my previous video, I moved. And in this new community, in the building, I came across one day these two small cats. First, the first one was a calico. And I'm going to insert her here. This is what she looks so. Is she adorable? Let's just stop and just look at this beauty, right? Look at my girl. So adorable. I named her Swirl because she's a calico and she's just so cute. Then soon after, her very skittish. What I'm calling her sister because they were always attached. Here she goes. Look at this. Oh, isn't she also pretty? Look at her. And her name is Midnight, but I call her Night. And came across these two, and they were Swirl was for her to be a stray cat. Or feral, like they say, she is super duper. She was so friendly. And so, of course, me being me, I started to feed them. So every day before I would go to work, I would put out food for them. I tried to put out water, but I don't know if they drank it. I wasn't able to watch to see if they drank it. So, but I made sure they had food all the time, every time before I left for work. And then I found out that pretty much was so dope. Pretty much for the building I'm in, pretty much as a building have collectively been taking care of these stray cats. And so we just kind of like connected on this, like, oh, like, okay, you feed her during the day, well, I feed her at night, well, good. And then my neighbor was just like, well, I give them soft food. So it's just kind of like, and then my other neighbor was like, well, I'll make sure they got water. So I was just like, okay, so they're pretty much our babies. And so the longer I was here, the more I got to know kind of built a bond with the girls. And eventually, Swirl, always she wants to get pet. She's the sweetest. I've never seen a feral cat like this cat in my life. And now I can tell from meeting them, obviously, they're very emaciated because they're very, very skinny. Like you can, especially when I first met them, you could, even though they're getting fed, you can really feel like how tiny they are. They don't get as much food as they need, technically. But Swirl, she has such this playful personality. And she just wants to be scratched and rubbed. And of course, I'm going to give her what she wants. Night was a little bit, she had to warm up a lot. And she's still into this day. Like, now she gets pets and she likes to get scratched and she'll rub up on my leg. But if I move too quick, she's skittish. So, so I just come and then, I'm talking to the girls because I give them company. So they, and then they started to communicate with me back. And then it was cute. They would be looking for me when I'm leaving. I'll see the door. And then my delivery guy was like, oh, those cats looking for you? I'm like, yeah, they are. And so it's kind of cute. And then out of nowhere, this very big boy came out of nowhere. He's a boy. And I was like, uh-oh. And I sat the girls, I was like, listen here. Don't y'all be busting and wild for just anybody around here. Y'all cannot, and then also too, by their size, you can tell that they're kittens. They don't look size-wise like they're one. I don't know how long they've been here, but I don't think that they're one. And if they are, they just turned one now because they're so small. And if you don't know this, female cats can get pregnant from 6 months on. I think it could possibly be later. You can fact check it, or I'll fact check it and put it here. But they can get pregnant very, very early, and their gestation is only 9 weeks. So they can, populate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting the girls down like, hey, okay, y'all, I'm too young to be a grandmother. Lock it up. Y'all know Medea, clink, clink. And so, color me surprised. I want to say a month. Had to have been a month later. Swirl came, and I noticed her stomach was rounder than normal. I looked at her, I said, Swirl, I know you're not pregnant. Y'all, Swirl ass was pregnant. Y'all, she was pregnant. She done went in there, busted over there, listen to nothing I said. Let Tom purr his little sweet nothings in her little ear. And she done got herself pregnant. And so now the whole building is like, oh my God, we're having babies, woo woo. And then as she got further along in her pregnancy, you could tell she was starting to nest, and she's becoming very protective, and she was like lashing out at night because of her motherly instincts to protect and all this good stuff. And then she kind of disappeared. And so I wanted to say she disappeared, and then when she came back, I was guesstimating she was like 6 weeks because she was round, but she's still small. And then when she disappeared, I'm like, and again, we got a 9-week window. So I'm like, she's going to be, delivering soon. And then it's also getting colder. And so I'm just like, oh my God. So I had, tried to reach out and try to find and get help. And, because prior to them getting pregnant, I was connecting back in November with a nonprofit, and this woman, she runs a nonprofit, and she helps trap them and get them fixed. And then unfortunately they can't house them, so they bring them back. But we kind of, with the holidays and stuff, kind of disconnected, and all the good stuff. And when I was able to try to reconnect and find her information, Sorrell's pregnant. So anywho, so now I'm back to, I'm guessing she was like 6 weeks. And because obviously I'm not a trained vet, so I don't know. And so then I'm just like, okay, I got to figure out what we're going to do, because if she delivers, the temperature is really getting cold here, her babies aren't going to survive. And I just couldn't have that on my conscience. And so, then I want to say that had to been, she resurfaced last week. And I was like, Swirl, where you been? And she still was pregnant. And I think she was still pregnant at the time. No, was she? I don't know. Because it was nighttime. Oh, no, I didn't really get to see her. That's what happened. I saw her last Thursday, but I was already leaving to go to work. I just put the food out. And when I was getting ready to get in the car, because I was running late, she came up. So I couldn't really gauge if and when she delivered. No, I'm sorry. That was last week. It was the week before. So now, this week, last Thursday, I see her, and you can tell she had her babies. And I was like, oh my God. I'm so sorry, timeline. This was Monday, because today is Wednesday. It was Monday. I was leaving for work, and she popped up, and it was daytime when I was coming home, and I was just looking at her, and I was like, Swirl, you had your babies, because you could tell she was so much smaller, and I'm like, where are they? But again, I had to leave, and so I really couldn't, and then she disappeared. So I couldn't follow her, because she'll disappear and you don't see her. And she also, too, if I call their name, they come running. So I don't always get to gauge what area they're coming from. And so now I'm just like, okay. So I'm talking on the phone with my sister, my best friend. And I'm just like, girl, tell her that. She's like, oh my God, well, you got to do something, because they're not going to survive. Well, you got to find them. So then I told her this was Monday night going into Tuesday. I was like, you know what? When I get home tomorrow, I'm going to call her. I'm going to find the babies. I get off, come home. And when I get home, I yell for her, Swirl. She comes running. And I see where she comes out. And I'm like, hi, mamas. And I'm like, where's the babies? And y'all, I wish I recorded it. She looked at me, did her little meow, rubbed my leg, and then started running back in the direction she was going. And she took me to her babies. And when I went into the little area on the side of one of the buildings further up, there they were. The cutest sight ever. My heart was so full because I found them. And it was in the spot that she gave birth, because the towel was still there. You could see, and it was still had evidence of her giving birth. And they were so stinking little. She had 4. She has a gray one, a orange one, and 2 tuxedos, which tuxedo cats are black and white. And they are so cute. And so it was now operation. At that moment when I saw them, I was like, okay, I got to bring them in. Temporarily, I'm not keeping them. And just so that they can have a chance at living, because again, it's really cold. But I will say in Maryland, the weather is up and down. 1 minute it's kind of warm out of nowhere, but then it gets brick city cold. And so I was just like, no, they deserve a fighting chance. So I was like, no, okay. So now we get to the rescue. Operation, rescue the babies. where she had the babies, it was, and even though it was on the property, it was in a little, I don't know what you would call it, but it was, you know how you have apartments, if you know, and they have the ground apartments, which is always kind of like in the basement of the building. On the outside, the apartments is all the way on the ground floor. But this was so kind of deep, I couldn't get to it without hurting myself. So then I'm just like, I tried so much. I was like, okay, let me see if I could jump down there. Nay. Then I was like, oh, I have an extra chair in the house. Let me go get that. I went to get the chair, because maybe if I could put the chair, use it as a step stool. Nay. So then I'm like, I don't know what to do. I was trying to see if I can get somebody's attention, if they can help me. Nope. And so then my friend happened to come and tell me, I was like, oh my God, I need your help. So I had to make a little deal with him, and he was able to jump down and help me rescue the babies and mama. And the rescue itself was hilarious, because I get her in the carrier bag first. She's secure. Then he gets down there, and we're supposed to like have this rotation of pass me the kitten, put the kitten in, pass, put in, right? So he is able to give me, in this rotation, the first 2 kittens. I put them in, but then he's still trying to grab the 3rd kitten, and it was the opening. Girl, y'all, let me tell you how Swirl jumped up out that bag with one of her babies and took them back down where we did. And so then my friend got scared. He was like, nah, because he thought she was going to attack him, but she did not. She then laid down there with her 2 babies that was still down there, and she was just holding on to them. And so I'm like, girl, I'm trying to say, come on, bring me your baby. She didn't want to listen. So then he was like, she's not doing it. I'm going to come back. I said, no, stay. I know how to get her out. I grabbed the gray one. I'm like, Swirl, come get your baby. Yeah, she comes and jumps up and gets it. Then I get her back and I secure her. We now at this point are able to get all the babies out. Get them, put them in the carrier, take them inside, and now she is in my beauty area where I record. She's right in front of me. I have them in this cute little, I mean, it's really small for right now because the babies are small, and I want them to just try to contain their heat as much as possible. But they're in a nice little enclosed little bag that I have for them. It's huge, and it fits in there with her litter box. Excuse me, y'all, and her food. And they are thriving right now. I speculate, based off my research, the kittens, which I'm going to show you guys the kittens. Give me a minute. I'm going to let y'all see them. I speculate the babies are about 0 to 1 week old, because there is, their eyes are opening a little bit. They are able to crawl, and there's no umbilical cord attached. It fell off. So their ears are still pinned, which lets me know they're not 2 weeks yet. So, yeah. I know this is a long story, but it's just so crazy how this is just my life right now. So, I am fostering them, because even though I really want to keep Swirl so bad, I really do, I can't, because my complex only allows me to have 2 cats. 2 pets in total, and I have my 2 boys, and they're not going anywhere. So, I am looking for homes so I have homes for 2 of the kittens. So we have the 2 tuxedos and mama that has to get housed in their forever homes. So if you are interested, please comment below, and we will, make arrangements and things like that. Yeah. And so, yeah, I am a foster mom. How crazy is that? Bet y'all didn't see that coming. So, yeah, so now I'm going to insert you all the cute footage. And then I also want you to join me on this journey. This is my first time ever doing this, from pretty much birth until they are off to their forever homes. And we're going to do a weekly update on how they're doing and just their progression and all of that good stuff. And I'm so excited. So cue in. Oh, wait, before I cue in the babies, I'm going to just end the video on just you guys, a montage of seeing them. So I'm going to end it by saying thank you guys for staying. I know this was a long video, but as always, remember, true beauty is limitless. Stay beautiful and be kind. Until next time, bye, y'all. Y'all, look, we did it. Look at the babies. We got 4 with a black tuxedo. Oh, God. Swirl. That's mama. She loves getting pet. So we have the black and white one. It's a little tuxedo one. This one looks like a tuxedo, but it's got more gray in it. And we have the little brown one, or orange cat. And we have mama. Because mama loves attention. She loves getting rubbed. And then we have this sweet little gray one, you guys. Oh my God. Swirl, you say hi. This one right here is this is the greediest one, and it's so chatty. Swirl, you got to be a mom. There you go. Feed the baby. Please feed. Here you go, little guy. I'm not supposed to be touching you like that, but there you go. Go and feed on mama. You're doing such a good job, Swirl. Look how pretty she is. Okay, put in, message me. I really don't know how old they are yet. The gray one is opening his eyes, and his ears look like they're opening a little bit. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to do more research, and they don't have their umbilical cords anymore, so they're older. But okay, so good deed done for the day.
If I would have known that you wouldn't be here anymore, I would have made the moments last a little longer.